And we'll get everything adjusted. Obviously, that's too high up. Minimize you. You're a bit on the smaller side. Embiggen. And do we have confirmation on Vidya and Aja? Maybe. Looks good. A little bit small still, but we can just do that. Does it sound good, though? It does indeed. So hello people of the internet. It is I, Soul Rack Dragon, here back with more Fate Grand Order, where today we're going to continue the event that is currently going on. The, oh, there's the FGO manga and FG... Okay, so there's a new collaboration event coming soon. Good to know, good to know. Oh, did not mean to press that. I did not tap there for details. Oh, we can exchange for all the Statesman event. Not really too big of a deal. So we're not going to worry about that, because we still have the Sea Monster event that is currently ongoing, that we are still very, very much behind in. So, gonna jump into here. Before we actually begin, though, I do have enough to do some exchanging. We can get our first copy of A Star's Day off. And then 328. We can also get the Ton command code and the quick card opener. Okay, that's all we can get right now. And we'll go ahead and claim those three things. Oh wait, the command code wouldn't have gone. So let's see what Ton here is. It's not even going to give us a pop-up. The Star's Day off, then. That features a lovely Lambda cuddling a con. 8% quick, arts effectiveness, MP by 8, and a starting MP gauge. Not bad. What? There's nothing strange about this. I'm just giving my fans what they want. Like a handshake event that just happens to look like a hug. Not that I'd ever do handshake events, of course. That aside, you kind of smell like the sun. Huh. Whether her #1 fan on this island knows it or not, more than anything, Leviathan was grateful that her day off was a peaceful one. Aww. Melt. Melt is precious. But we do have the next section available here. Section 3. Let us begin Section 3. It does look like this will have the 3-star currency, so we will make sure we grab it. I have no idea how many sections this event has in total. Looks like 18 sections. Okay, that's a lot. You there. Show your true selves, hermit crabs. Forgot about them being grabs. We're all in position, and most of the enemies have revealed their true forms. Indeed, all that remains now is for us to weaken them. Now that the Khan are armed, we shouldn't have to worry too much about breaking the shells for them. We need to weaken these enemies to the point that Khan can finish them off with one blow, yes? Can you all manage that? Of course, I've got this. Totally. No problem. Naturally, do you not know who you are speaking to? Baselessly confident. If I'm given sufficient time, I can do a most excellent job tormenting them without killing them. Monomaniacal. Of course. And by the way, I was able to grab some data from your last battle. And since I knew what we'd be doing for this one, I used it to write a support program that'll display the enemy's remaining vitality numerically. I think it'll make your job of weakening them without killing them way easier, since it sounds like an alarm when they're near death. I see, that should indeed make it easier to fight them without worrying about accidentally finishing one off. Da Vinci saves the day again as she's given the enemy's health bars. Okay, it's time to take back what's ours. The second time for us. This time we're going to win. Da Vinci's such a genius, she's given the enemy's health bars. Bravo. Magnificent display. Oh, that's interesting. So Galatea is now available here. Well, I'm going to take Galatea. So that must be because we went with the 1 things as our You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm not just saying random words here. It must be because we went with the... I'm thinking. My brain is not catching up. With the weird, like, pinion things that was supposed to be Amakusa's. We were supposed to essentially get Amakusa's thing, but we did not. We'll give Lambda her CE. And let's somebody swap Castoria out here for somebody else that is in need of bonding and is on the waifu listings. Either high up or in it. So we'll do shelter. Okay. Yep, this should be fine. Might be a little bit challenging with saber class enemies, but I'm sure we'll be fine. Perfectly fine. Support program. Prevents disappearing after incapacitating an enemy. So it's a lore thing, essentially. That's still very loud in my ears. Hopefully that's a little better. And not just destroying my eardrums. Gotta take this opportunity when offered. Berserker Blast. Nicely done, Galatea. I need to see what exactly Galatea's skills can do, because I have no idea. What are your skills, Galatea? Self-battery, that's not bad. Guts with a defensive buff. Oh, that's actually pretty good. An HP restoration will be very useful for Lambda. And speaking of, let's go and do some invincibility shenanigans. And then otherwise, doot. $1,700 deals is not bad. We're getting a lot more of these crab monks, though. Yeah, I still think a BAQ is the way to... Of course, I crit on the B, so the rest is just overkill. I need to see if Galatea has AoE or single target as well. That'll be useful info to have. We do have a Lambda NP should we want it. Galatea, you are single target. Okay. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna get a Lambda Grillis AoE. And let's see how much of a boost to the NP that is. 20% battery. It's okay. Doo-doo-doot. Well done, Lambda. Even against sabers, you kick ass. Bazaka. Get some defense, and then BQQ. Nice. I was a little bit worried about Lambda dying there, but looks like all's well that ends well. Well done. Well done. Excuse me. Ooh, no battle for the second section. Nice. Go, cons, go! Free your con brethren! Looks like that was the last of them. We freed all the con they ate. We won. Aha, we won big. We won. Whew, thank goodness. Excuse me. That's right, sister. We did it. We took this area back. Yeah. Way to go, everyone. I don't know what to say. You figured out the identities of these water monsters and gave the Khan the weapons to defeat them. You did all the hard work. We never would have been able to do this without your help. Thank you so much. I love a good show of gratitude. It's not as if there was any chance of you failing, since the goddess of the underworld herself came all the way here to help. In fact, I've always been better at cultivating land than building a nation. It won't be long now. Soon my dream of a stage where Leviathans and Khan dance beside me in perfect tandem will be a reality. Now that'll be something to look forward to, don't you think? Wow. Melt already likes the Khans. That much that she likes them on the same level as her Leviathans. I'm glad Benkei and I were some help in this. Indeed, I was surprised to see variants of crab monks here, though. Are we anywhere near the coastal waters of Japan? I wish we could say, but we still can't get a fix on the Singularity's position. Even at night, a thin layer of cloud cover prevents us from checking constellations, and the topography isn't helping either. Oh well, I'm sure we'll figure it out sooner or later. Besides, this is only the first step. We still have a lot to do. Exactly. This is a great victory, but we've only recovered a relatively small part of the island. Most remains under water monsters' control. I'm sure it'll take us some time, but I'm hoping we can use the land we've reclaimed as a stepping stone for our next campaign. So there's still other water monsters out there that need to be defeated, huh? Well, that shouldn't be a problem. All those Khan hermit crabs have come back, right? Yeah, I don't expect that weird rule about Khan having to deal the final blow is going to change. So once we have more of them, that should give us a proportional advantage. Maybe. Yeah, the Khan aren't going to be of any help in battle, no matter how many of them there are. We're really just talking about making dealing the finishing blow easier, which means we'll, in turn, focus more on our role of preparing the way to keep things easy. Now that we've recaptured this area, we may be able to find new places to collect resources as well. I'll continue to make sure you have a lineup of servants ready to be deployed when needed. In the meantime, let's solidify our position here and make preparations to advance to the next area. Advance. So I'm guessing this is when the next free quest... Oh, this new development may be an unexpected one, but we will never run out of bait, nor creatures to feed on them. The cultivation will continue. Ooh, ominous. Some big bad is behind all this. We won. Yay. Yay indeed. Cons. Yay indeed. Okay. And I did do some off-stream farming. So this one then. We'll run it once. And go for Castoria, and we're gonna use our not story squad that still is getting a lot of bond. Chloe's here because she is close to getting a bond up. Or she's close to bond 10, which is quartz, I do believe. I'll go with this option. Yeah, this will work. Oof, adjusted seating position. But yeah, I don't think we'll have any troubles here. Lambda is a notoriously great sweeper. But then we can get to section 4, it looks like. In fact, as long as I don't get any saber nodes, I feel like farming this event is going to be delightfully simple. Ooh, elbow popped. And then we do a little something like this. And that. And a little that. Just in case that Lancer lasts. That's a lot of little cons that just popped out. Fountain Salmon of Knowledge. Theonton. That's a weird pronunciation, but okay. And a doot. That should be good. Well done. That was easy, and we got a fair bit of resources. Fair bit. Oh, that was a verp. Ew, that's nasty tasting. That tastes nasty. Okay, where was I? Alright, story! Section 4 starts off with with an intermission. Okay, so are we going to be seeing some, what other people are doing then? I found, interesting. Habitrot. Hey, you sure we should have reshifted here without asking? And Morgan. Okay, interesting. No one will mind. The path was already open. If they did not wish for anyone to take it, they should have indicated as much, perhaps with a no trespassing sign. I guess. I can't imagine there are many servants who could force their way in the way Morgan did, though. Okay, so I'm wondering if you need to have had Avalon Lefay done to do this. Oh well, it's still a fun walk. Whoa, look, something just grew out of the ground. That must be one of these con we've been hearing about. I'm a little embarrassed. Are they fairies? No, I don't think they are. Oh well, I suppose I can abide them so long as they're not caterpillars. You're no cat, but you're pretty cute too. You're nice and squishy, not too light, and you got some meat on your bones. Hold, Habitrot. Why are you looking at me like that? They're not dangerous, you know. I have an interest in them in connection with magecraft. Let me hold that, too. Right. Magecraft, Morgan. Right. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. She finds them cute, too, doesn't she? Okay, and is Morgan now going to be at our camp as well? I mean, she is on raid up, so that would make sense. Can't seem to fall asleep. Happens a lot. It happens a lot. What's that light? Oh, Arash. With spirits. Good to see you again, my spirits. What is your report? Nothing unusual to speak of, I see. Good work, but we must keep sharp, especially right after a victory. So tonight, I want you to remain on guard and continue the patrols of the perimeter, and also keep an especially close eye on the border between our territory and the enemy. Evening, Resh. What are you doing up? Aw, she's adorable. Thanks for working so hard for us. This is so embarrassing. This is why I was keeping it to myself. I mean, how does it look for the Queen of Crew to behave like a neurotic worrywart? You're more earnest and dedicated than a worrywart. Aw, so unfair. Why do you always see right through me? Because we've been through so much together. Babylonia. Where you were always there at night. And actually, we probably spent months together in Babylonia, I think. Hey, Velvet. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. Howdy things, howdy things. Oh, and they're actually getting a flashback to the Christmas event as well. That's a rare occurrence. A very rare occurrence for one event to call it back to a completely unrelated event. Though I guess the Christmas event was very integral to Uresh's character, so. You're tired, Velvet. Are you pulling in an infinity and not sleeping for 70 plus hours? Do I need to tell you to sleep as well? Because I will. I will. This is who I am. The Dark Ruler of the Underworld. It's my only job. The only thing I've ever known. I know I'm here now to help you, but sometimes I wonder what kind of help I can even offer. I thought about it a lot, but in the end, I can only do what I can do. So I'm out here at night, quiet as death itself, commanding my Galu spirits alone. We're gonna thank. You're doing it because you felt it was necessary, right? So thank you. Offering our thanks is a little bit more sincere than offering our appreciation, I feel. You're welcome, but it hasn't been any real help. I guess I knew it wouldn't from the start, though. What's strange is, I knew there wouldn't be a point in doing it, but I couldn't help but send my spirits out anyway. I guess it's because there's just something strange in the air around these islands. It's kind of... No, never mind. Like I said, I think there's something about nighttime here that reminds me of Kerr. It's so quiet, not a human to be seen. The only residents are completely innocent. Maybe I couldn't sleep because I'm homesick. And maybe I couldn't relax unless I did something familiar. That's how it feels anyway. I have to protect powerless beings who live in dark and quiet places. That's just the kind of goddess I am. So my point is, you don't have to say or do anything about my working out here alone at night. Really, it's not a big deal at all. So never mind me, you need to be up early tomorrow, right? So go back to bed. Yeah, hurry up. Or if the heat's bothering you, I can send a spirit to give you more than enough chills. That's okay. Good night. Don't work too hard, Uresh. Yes, yes, whatever you say. See you tomorrow then. Aww. Uresh is fresh. Yes. Oh, he really startled me. Why do you have to show up out of nowhere like that? I mean, the two of us, alone, at night? My heart can only take so much. Still, it was nice to talk to him alone again. It's been so long since we last had that chance. Good lord, even the game itself knows that it's been too long since we've had some quality Ereshkigal content. Please, we need a summer Ereshkigal. Let her be the heroine this coming summer. Well, that was section 4. That was a pretty quick section. Next is section 5. Biting bunyips? I have no idea what a bunyip is. Is it a bunny that goes yip? Damn, it's no use. I appreciate you assembling those simple drones and using them to scout the area for us, Soul. But both Magecraft-based and scientific-based sensors are cutting out the moment they enter that fog across the sea. So we still don't have a way to observe the outer areas of the islands. Okay, so we are skilled enough to be able to put together drones. Like, sure, I'm sure Da Vinci's probably given us a step-by-step guide, but you still need some amount of skill to understand what you're putting together, even with a guide. Man. So we still don't have any way to observe the outer areas of the islands. Unfortunately not. I've been gathering other kinds of data, but the actual position of these islands is as elusive as ever. We still can't see any of the stars at night, and the data on water quality doesn't match any known location in our database. Excuse me. But I guess there's no need to be hasty. Why don't you head back to the village? I'll start coming up with a way to use the leftover drones later. Besides, we have some things to discuss with Hai Ba Trong. I really wish I could have gotten I should have looked up a pronunciation for them between last stream and this one. Hi, Elder.
Hello, who might you be again? You do seem familiar, but... Oh, I know, you're the giant who holds up the sky, right?
Is that foreshadowing? They are off to do that. Foreshadowing the future in events. One-off jokes now are the real lore in the future.
I'm just kidding.
Few things are more incomprehensible than an elderly person's joke. But never mind that. Where are the Trung sisters?
I think they're somewhere in the village.
Aw, Boss is in the same place as always. I'll take you. That's okay, we know where it is. Well, okay, why not? Lead the way, please. Hey, you're supposed to knock before you enter a dressing room. Stop coming in here uninvited. Is everything okay? Something seems off. Oh, Lambda's having a separate interaction. Interesting. I know I keep saying this, but I'm so relieved. This is so nice. I can't seem to stop smiling. Man, sister's so cute when she's lounging on the floor. I just want to give her a big hug. Seriously, for a while, I had no idea how things were going to turn out. I know I'm not really cut out to be a king or a leader or anything like that. I hate giving orders, and I've never been confident in my abilities. I wish someone else would take over, and... No, I can't think like that. I started this. It's my responsibility to see it through. I can't take it anymore. I just have to hug you, so I'm going to. Ugh. My dear sister, you're so kind and earnest. That's what I love about you. No, you're so clingy when we're alone. There. Oh, now our elephants are hugging us too. Maybe they think it's a game, or maybe they're just jealous. Aw, you're so cute. I still don't know what you are exactly, but thank you for being with me. And thank you for being with me too, Nee. I love you all so much. Are you playing Stuck Together? I want to play too. Oh, you're here too, Con? I love you all too. Stuck Together. What in the world are you doing? Hello, everyone. Please, come right in. I take it you're here to discuss the next part for our strategy. How dare you interrupt my moment of tranquility? So that's how you are in private, eh? I wouldn't say that necessarily. I know I'm a leader here, and I do feel like I need to take the role seriously. So if it ever seems like I'm not taking my leadership role seriously, or like I'm slacking off, I assure you you're just, imagining things. And so I'd appreciate if you just, forgot it. I don't think you were doing anything wrong, but sure. Whew. Anyway, you're here to talk about the area which area we attack next, right? Yes, I think we're ready to move on now. We can still use the weapons we made for the con last time, right? Won't they make things a lot easier? Hard to say, really. The water monsters in the next area are very, well, strong. That's their most defining feature. Or at least that's how they seemed to us the few times we fought against them. There may be more to them than that, but we couldn't tell what. So, what did they look like? Well, kind of like alligators and dogs, but neither all at once? So they're animals of some sort. Guess I'll try sketching them again. If strength is their main quality, couldn't we simply overwhelm them by being stronger still? Surely there can be no more to consider than that. So we'll all go and fight them ourselves. And once we've thoroughly weakened them with our overwhelming power, the Khan can come in with their weapons and stab. The end. I just hope it's that easy. Do not say things like that. I can't, I'm not even gonna try. It's bad luck. Spending all the time in the dark underground cave has made you such a downer. At any rate, I've already got new helpers all ready to go. Let's make sure we're ready for anything before heading out. Anything, huh? That's a lot to prepare for. Another no battle notes, so we'll probably get an idea of what it is we're fighting. Kagetora, interesting. And that's why I, Nagao Kagetora, the avatar of Bishamonten, came from Ichigo to this strange land. Yep, Kagetora is here, both a powerful fighter on her own and a strong leader to manage the Khan. In addition, given what we saw with the hermit crab monks, we thought this island might be near the coastal waters of Japan. And reason that another Japanese servant might have knowledge that would prove useful. I appreciate the vote of confidence, but honestly, I have no idea if I can see through the monster's defenses. Still, whatever the circumstances, the goal remains the same. Any decent warrior should be able to defeat any monster they face. Anyway, I take it you're the general leading the charge here? Yes, I am. You seem a very capable fighter. I'm glad to have you on our side. So I hear you're a rebellion king. I can't say I've found many fond memories of rebellions in my domain, but hey, what's done is done, right? Right. That's the emptiest laugh I've ever heard. We'll be in enemy territory soon. Stay sharp. I'm always sharp. Oh, a watering hole, huh? Shh, look, you can see them over there. I was thinking they were going to be the things from the Indian Lost Belt, but no, that's completely new. So these are water monsters from this area. They certainly look as horrifying as you described. What do you think, Kagetora? Do they seem at all familiar to you? Nope. In fact, I'm pretty sure those aren't Japanese monsters at all. Really? Well, at least according to my Bishamonten intuition. Still, they do seem to be like they'd put up a good fight. Let's see what they've got. To battle, meow. Huh, cat? Where? Hey, what kind of blood-curdling war cry was that? I will torture you myself if you do that again. Bells about the momentum. Kill them. She's already starting. Oh well, I guess there's no turning back now. For our time being, our plan is the same as before. You all stand by and keep an eye on things until we've worn them down. You got it, boss. I'll be watching. I'll lead the charge. Ha! Whoa. Did it just teleport? No. It must be after the Khan. Soul? No! Not the Khan! Why, you bastards! I'm glad I don't need to make the roaring sound myself. Now there's a whole pack of them, and their growls are so irritating. No, the Khan! No! Stop eating the Khan! Do not consume the squishies! The poor, poor squishies! You little... Thank you! You're welcome. All Lambda. Now back off and... No. On second thought, hold on to me. This Khan has no idea how lucky it is to get it to hold close to Lambda. Truly, this Khan is blessed. These things are so fast, they look like they're teleporting. Nothing servants can't handle, though. The problem is they're ignoring us and going after the Khan. Can't keep this off. Let's back off for now. Retreat! Retreat! I agree. Please retreat for now, everyone. These dogs are killing the squishies. How dare they? How frickin' dare they? What was that? No water monster should be able to move that fast. I think there's both more and less to it than that. From what I could see, they weren't just moving fast. They were always moving towards someone. Put differently, they were never moving somewhere empty. Going further, if we think back to what things were like before and after these creatures were eaten, it seemed like those monsters were looking at them very strangely. Excuse me. So I think their trick is that they can kill whatever they're looking at. And that just happens to manifest in such a way that makes it seem like they're moving really fast. That is a terrifying ability. I don't have any actual particular reason for thinking that, just my Bishamonten intuition. No, I think that's entirely within the realm of possibility. Your sixth sense for combat is way too valuable to ignore. I agree. I was just searching the database for anything that matches that enemy. And I got one. An Australian water monster called a bunyip. The entry isn't clear about what they look like, but it did say they couldn't resemble dogs. It didn't say they couldn't resemble dogs or alligators. It also said they live near water, their cries are very loud, and most notably, it said that anyone who meets their gaze dies, period. So they can sense someone looking at them and use their speed to ensure their prey doesn't escape. They're like the SCP, they're like Shy Guy. Okay, they may not be another Japanese water monster as we expected, but since we only had those crab monk things to go on, I'm not surprised we missed the mark here. So for the time being, we should trust the information we've seen with our very own eyes. If those creatures are in fact bunyips, then we'll need to think of a way to counteract their abilities. And we definitely need to rescue the con they ate. So these monsters can tell when someone is looking at them and respond by attacking at them at incredible speed, yes? Then why could we not just have the con keep their eyes closed? If they did, we just had to weaken the water monsters like before. I don't know if that will work. An experienced heroic spirit warrior may be able to keep their eyes closed on a battlefield, but I can't suggest the con try to do the same. I'm sure these monsters can still move normally. They could just go after the con like any other predator. So they could target us with their super speed to get behind our backs. Then turn around and chow down on the con hiding behind us. Yep, so I don't think there's any way to prevent them from going after the con.
Pardon the yawn.
But that doesn't mean we're out of options. There's a very simple solution to for a problem like this. Know what it is? Armor. That's right, since we're already making weapons for the con, we can make them some armor as well. And as long as that armor can withstand the bunyip's fangs, they'll buy us enough time for a counterattack. What kind of armor should we make, though? That is the question, is it not? Master, it's me, Ushiwakamaru. I overheard your discussion. What about Genji armor? Like mine? It's sturdy, easy to move around in, and most importantly, it's super cool. Sturdy, huh? Love the zoom in. Love it. After I heard about all the fun Benkei had, I couldn't sit about twiddling my thumbs. That damn Benkei. First he tried to act like it was no big deal, then he tried to convince me I wouldn't like this battlefield. Never mind that. Had I been there, it would have been easy to send enemy underlings over a cliff. Anyway, there you have it, Master. You should join me in wearing the set of Genji armor for yourself. I think she may have missed the part about who this armor is supposed to be for. I propose we outfit these creatures with the same equipment my Roman legionnaires use. Gallet helmets, Iorica cuirasses, scutum shields. This would clearly be the most practical choice, don't you think? And of course it comes with the gorgeous rose-red colors. Nero! Roma! Or as you can see, this plan has many vocal supporters. And for the record, they are no more than passerby who have nothing to do with this presentation. Really, I was just as surprised as you. Don't be ridiculous. That's the most idiotic idea I've ever heard. You want more defense? Then you obviously need armor plating. That includes spaced armor, reactive armor, composite armor. Its countless variations can cover any scenario you need. I'll admit, additional plating can tend to look somewhat gaudy. But the best designers know how to fit the pieces together to make you look your best. And of course, you need a fancy purge system. When you have to go out, you should do so with a bang. There certainly are a lot of options, aren't there? Personally, as long as the armor provides enough defense without sacrificing mobility, I don't care what we use. Just like we did with the Khan's weapons. I think we should have the Master decide on which type to go with. Okay, I've gotta say, I was leaning towards Caesar, but just thinking the squishy Khans in, like, power armor, it's too good. I gotta go with the power armor. And I can, thank you. Power armor, mecha armor, same difference. Khans? Roll out. I was gonna go with something with a Transformers theme, but it didn't work. Oh, well. That sounds adorable. Kling clong, it's the armored con. That looks adorable. Congo's Roma. Oh, that sounds adorable as well. But look at them. Look at how adorable they are. And they have the same weaponry as well. Oh gosh, there's got to be some wacky combinations you can get here. Shiny. This is too cool. Whoa, transform, combine, I can do it all. Beautiful. What a wonderful sight. While nothing may ever top the value of the unique first-run model, mass production has its undeniable charms. After all, goods exist to fulfill needs. Okay, all that's left now is to final quality assurance check. Fire. Okay, Ali-chan. Mecha Ali-chan. What do you think you're doing? Don't worry, I adjusted my power output accordingly. This is just a standard durability test. Don't you usually do that when the armor's not being worn? I didn't feel a thing. That tickles. Was that a dragonfly? The durability seems sufficient. That constitutes a passing grade. This should be more than sufficient to stand up to a mere water monster's fangs. Jeez, you scared me. Give us a little warning next time, will you? Anyway, it's great that this armor is tough, but isn't it also very, very heavy? I mean, it's steel, right? That won't be a problem. This armor is both durable and maneuverable. It was a fusion of novel materials and technology. I call it new Good lord, we have new metals. Let's keep that a trade secret. Wow, I've never heard of armor being both sturdy and light before. I guess things have come a long way since our time. No, that'd be thanks to the ELISA particles, actually. The ELISA particles are a measured phenomena. Granted, the ELISA particles did not come into being until after your time, but they are a very measurable, quantifiable source that can make very much impossible things seem impossible, much like the Gouda particles can. Oh gosh. A fusion of the Gouda particles and the ELISA particles. What kind of unholy monstrosity would be formed? I hope they make that someday. Yeah, don't think about it too hard, it's not that common. I see. It's a shame, though. I would have liked to include even more gadgets if I could. Missiles, lasers, ultra-ELISA particle cannons. I'm not sure what half those words mean, but please don't add anything too dangerous. I know they have no choice but to fight, but the Khan are still, well... I agree, we don't need to give them anything too destructive. They just need to be able to defend themselves. I know that. I was just mentioning what my perfect specs would look like in an ideal world. Anyway, the Khan are definitely sufficiently protected to go on the attack now. All that's left is to take those water monsters down. Good luck, guys. Excuse me. Man, I felt like I was about to sneeze there, but it's gonna. Excuse me. Section 6. The battle to reclaim Area 2. Let's roll. This does look like it is another bronze currency note. Nice. Bunyip. Bunyip. Thank you for making the roar sound, Bunyip. They've seen us. Alright, let's do it just like we planned. I'll keep Soul safe for now. I'm in danger. Got you. Thanks. It's you again. As we thought, these creatures are still too fast to dodge, but thanks to this armor, they can no longer devour a Khan in a single bite. If anything, now trying to bite the Khan stops them in their tracks and gives us the perfect opportunity for a counterattack. I'm sorry to be using them as little more than bait, but this is our best chance to take these creatures out. Oh, don't worry about it. Facts are facts. Besides, if they change tactics and start coming after us instead of the Khan, we can just drive them off. There's no longer anything we need to fear. It's all thanks to you making the Khan's armor, Soul. This has been a huge help. We never could have solved this problem on our own. We just gave the base materials. Thank the Chaldea clothiers. No, no, not at all. I may not be used to this kind of work, but it was still very educational. Hi, Miss Crane! Besides, they may not be idol costumes, but they're still very cute. Oh, just how well they fit their little bodies. By the way, I love your outfits too. They're simple, but very stylish. I hope you'll let me take a closer look at them later. Me, I'm always glad to cut my walks short if it means doing needlework like this. Besides, I might run into a bride one day who wants to wear a metal wedding dress. If that happens, this will be a great learning experience. So, did we just give Calde a call and say, hey, can you bring over Miss Crane and Habitat? And we're going to intercept that call and send Habitat back? Maybe? Alright, let's keep an eye on the con and wear these things down until they can finish them off. Just like our first battle. But our opponents here are going to make the first move, so we'll need to be ready to react accordingly. That means we'll need to stay in sync more closely than ever, Nee. I know. Don't worry. Knowing us, we can't just be out of sync. We just can't be out of sync. Yeah. Tongue died, Twister. Good lord, how many guest servants can there be? We'll bring Miss Crane. No, this is Mecha Ellie-chan's time. She's the one who made the outfits, or gave the idea for the outfits, so she gets to come along. And this squad will go. Ooh, that was a very good elbow pop. Okay. 2 waves, 6 enemies in this one. Let's get quick going. Good amount of stars. What does that do? Chance to inflict death. Yeah, no. We're not going to let death be inflicted, please. And thank you. Beep boop bop. Swagger. That Bunyip's got swagger. I should have been using this as well. Let's go for a Buster Blast. And then a Lambda Smash to get rid of the Death Inflictor. Real good neck pops. Boop bop beep. Oh, hello, huge Bunyip. Who gives out a creepy cry? Let's do a little something like that. Into that. And that for some more stars. Good. Goody goody gumdrops. And we do this. Lambda just got deleted! Okay, that was a deleting. That was something. Aresh, it's time to avenge. Everybody but Aresh. Well, that was not that bad after the, initial deleting of my squad, essentially. Alright, but last arrow of section 6. Woot woot. I'm not giving up. Splendid. Now that is resolve. Very well then. Gallop. Hoshu Tsukiji. Bishamon 10's protection is with us. Bishamon 10's 8 aspect rotating formation. Now, both flanks. Charge. That's better sounding roar. Well done, that was magnificent. Looks like that was the last bunyip, which means we did it. Nice work, everybody. Not the most elaborate show ever since the outfits were changed, but I guess it went well enough. Oh yes, we managed to rescue all the con that got eaten too. I think we can safely say we've reclaimed this territory from the bunyip, and peace has returned. But we can't let the success go to our heads either. Now that things are changing, we'll have to be more wary of. Yeah, just because we got rid of the water monsters now doesn't mean the new ones won't take their place. It's great that we've expanded the safe zone. Excuse me. But it also means we have that much more territory to watch over. Indeed, as they say, the larger the land, the harder it is to defend. At least for most people, I, on the other hand, was the great Empress Regent who unified all of China's massive territory perfectly. I know what you mean. It's so hard to watch over the entire underworld all by myself. The Galu spirits can help, but they can't change the fact that my workload only goes up, not down. True, we'll need to think about how to keep all this territory safe once things have settled down. But for now, our first priority is setting up patrols and investigating this area. I'll arrange more helpers for that. In the meantime, why don't you guys head back to your base for a well-earned rake? Sure thing. You have some coconut juice ready to celebrate, right? Man, that sounds delicious. Coconut juice sounds delicious, eh? This may not be as good as my usual post-victory cocktail, but this coconut juice is alright. I don't know why I said is alright, but yeah. A con! What are you doing? Well, you've been skulking around for a while now, haven't you? But I know why. Go on, let's have it. Here, I got this for you. Oh, this is a beautiful flower. I used to think these kinds of straightforward displays of support were silly, but now I like them. Thank you, shy one. So you're a fan, hmm? Well, I can't blame you. Even the con must be enthralled by my bright, shining stardust. Yeah, but maybe not. This is a thank you. You saved me. Twice. Without you, I would have been Monster Chow. Twice. Oh. So you're that con. I can't really tell you apart, so I didn't know. Me saving you twice was just a coincidence, but hey, these things happen. The important thing is that you're still alive. So here, it's to thank you. You're so pretty, Lamb Lamb. Lamb Lamb, that's a great name. I like it. Lamb Lamb. Lamb Lamb is a great, great name. Oh yes, I'll happily take the flower. Aww. Presents from fans are as precious to me as jewels. I'll cherish it. Aww. These things are no leviathans, but they're still pretty cute. Here, not much, but let me thank you for your thank you. What? I had a spare ribbon in my pocket pocket. Come here. I'm not too good with my hands, but I should at least be able to manage this. Aww. Aww. Melt. There. Now I can tell you apart from the others. Consider it a bonus for being the first member of my fan club on this island. Much more practical than blowing you a kiss, right? Aww. Aw, this is great. Thanks. Yes, yes, you're welcome. Aww. Melt's really... Like, just knowing how Melt is from the CCC verse and seeing these developments from FGO, Melt really, really has grown so much. This is what stability means when we've united. Alright, archers. So we'll go ahead and run this free quest next. With this squad, Lambda is going to delete these fools. Reflector seems to be a bit lagging right now. Might have just been moving a bit fast, though. I feel like I'll be able to get away with not using any of the skills. Bleh. And we'll do this just to be safe. And that one just to be super safe. And David is thinking of getting a pet. Good for you, David. Good for you. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. Let's go to here. Section 7. Watchtower project. Only one node for Section 7. Okay. Aw, Morgan's sulking. I can't believe Habitat's away, working. Curse you, Chaldea, how dare you interrupt my precious respite. Wanna play? You would play with me? Of course he would. Why wouldn't he? We could go sunbathing. That doesn't sound bad. Aww. Patrol, patrol, going on patrol, all clear on the western roll. Oh, howdy, little fellas. Where'd you all come from? What's howdy? I've never heard of a howdy. Oh, that? Just a greetin'. The boss said we're supposed to say hello. Who's right? I'd say we're both right. A-okay. Both are A-okay. The Khan are learning and growing. A widow who led a rebel army, huh? I know all too well how that feels. I might be assigned to work behind the scenes right now, but if there's anything I can do to help, I'll do it. Excuse me. Okay, this looks like the eastern border. No signs of water monsters or anything else. Heldy. I beg your pardon. Is that not a greeting? Then what should we say? Oh, you're talking about greetings. Well, where I come from, we like to say namaste. Oh gosh, what is... Oh boy. That feels best to me for a greeting. Oh, but that doesn't mean you have to say it too. As they say, it's the thought that counts. As long as other people use a greeting, you can use it too. Got it. We'll make sure our greetings are full of thought. Helldicey.
Is that supposed to be a greeting? Now you know how we old folks feel about youngsters using newfangled slang.
Maybe someone taught them to say that. Possibly. They do seem like surprisingly quick studies. I would guess they took a few scattered scraps of knowledge and mixed them into something new. Well, as long as they're saying it where you'd expect to hear greeting, there shouldn't be any problem. Held iced tea, Lamb? Yes, and a held iced tea to you too. Don't go too far off if you're going to play outside, okay? Got it. What's with the ribbon? Little something to show this con is the first of my official fan on this island. Don't worry about it. Honestly, I would love to know more about the con's culture and intelligence. Plus, learning more about them could also help us determine just what kind of beings they are. I know we're all pretty used to them at this point, but we still don't know what they are. Though I do think it's safe to say they're good guys. That's true. When you stop to think about it, it really is strange. Ooh. Foot asleep. Even though we never see the cons talking amongst themselves, it seems like after you told one or two about a plan, the rest end up knowing it as well. Well, it's not like we're watching them 24/7, so they could be having nightly conventions for all we know. I guess it's also possible that they have some kind of group telepathy. But from everything I've heard, I'm guessing that's probably not it. It's a real mystery. Well, there's no rush. We'll just have to keep observing the con and see what we find out. More importantly, we should get this meeting started especially now that the scouts are back. Let's go see the Turong sisters. Yep, I got my report all ready to go, and I don't care at all if I just sounded like the little professor. Not a peep on the western front, no treasure, no bounties, not even a tumbleweed. The same holds true on the eastern side. I only saw Khan. There were no signs of any new water monster attacks. That's wonderful news. Thank you, everyone. I'm just sorry you had to go through all the trouble patrolling the perimeter. Oh, don't worry about it. These kinds of boring granular tasks are just what need to be done to secure your surroundings. The soldiers who neglect such things are the first to be caught unawares. I've seen it all too often. Has she now? That's sad. Say, you're a princess who led a rebellion too, right? If you have the chance, I'd love to pick your brain sometime. Gladly. I expect we'll have no end of things to talk about, between horror stories and opinions on how best to run an army. Unfortunately, it looks like our chat will have to wait a little bit longer. You betcha. Might not see any problems on our patrols now, but doesn't guarantee smooth sailing ahead. Water monsters could sneak into our territory tomorrow. Heck, they could be doing it right now while our backs are turned. I reckon we ought to come up with a plan for it if and when it does happen. I suppose we could just keep sending more servants out on regular patrols. But realistically speaking, we don't have the resources to spare for something like that. Yep, expanding your territory does indeed have its downsides, doesn't it? Speaking of what's realistic, I think our only option is to build a lookout post near the border. It should be as tall as possible, so I guess it would technically be a watchtower. I think you're right, Nee, but if we did that, we'd also need someone to constantly stand lookout there. What if we got the Khan to help us? They can take turns on duty and let us know right away if anything seems suspicious. It's a simple job, so they should be more than intelligent enough to handle it. Leave it to us. We can keep watch while sunbathing. I think this could work. As long as they know to run if they have to, it shouldn't be too dangerous either. Yes, this could work. We can check in with the lookout post from time to time, too. Okay, let's do it. Now, what kind of watchtower should we make? If we're going to start building it now, then we can design it however we like, right? Yes, that's true. And we're already asking everyone for help as is. Then I've got a great suggestion. The Leaning Tower of Pisa. The Leaning Tower of Pisa? As in the one in Italy I've only ever seen pictures of in the library. Yeah, we gotta take MASH out to the real world once everything's said and done. The very same. Oh man, I've always wanted to try recreating that tower. By the time I was born, it had already been around for ages. Plus, it was really close to the village of Vici. Of course, I know it wasn't built with the intent to lean, but the idea of recreating that sublime balance sets my artist's heart all aflutter. Besides, it's not every day you get a chance to build a tower with your own hands, especially a leaning one. True. Of course, I'll understand if it's not feasible, but it couldn't hurt as an option, right? She really does want to build it, doesn't she? Or are you talking about building a tower? Then how about a pagoda? In fact, you like Japanese stuff, right, Soul? We could make it a 5-story one if you want. I bet we could get many blessings from that. If you're serious about making it, then I'll be happy to help. Hold it. You're discussing the construction of a large building, right? Then we simply cannot forget pyramids. Oh, but then again, only a true pharaoh like the great Ozymandias should build those. That's not just the sort of thing anyone can. It's alright, Nitocris. This will be no different than it was in Las Vegas. What? You may consider all pyramids, those I built myself, to be tributes to my greatness. As such, if a perfect imitation should be completed, I shall treat it as a path towards a pyramid built in my own hands. Thus, permit you to build as many as you... Excuse me. As many as you like. For I am nothing if not generous. However, if you are to do this, you must strive for the highest quality. Nitocris, I'll abide neither shortcuts nor cut corners. As you wish, Pharaoh Ozymandias. Well, I can tell that all these lookout posts would be lovely options, but we can't possibly choose between them ourselves. I don't know the first thing about aesthetics, or virtue, or, pharaohs, so, if you ask me, you could just put a platform on a tree and be done with it. No, but I guess that wouldn't give us the height we need here, huh? They're all great choices, but I'm gonna have to go with... I honestly don't know what I'm gonna go with this time. Oof, excuse me. Yeah, I don't know what to go with for this one. Hum. What to go with? Well, I guess I'm going with the Leaning Tower of Pisa, because I don't have the other cons necessary to do the other ones, then. I guess that decision was kind of made for me. I mean, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. So we're going to go Leaning Tower of Pisa. Looks like it will fall, but it won't. No, it won't. It's done. It's too bad I was so busy with other stuff that I had to ask you to manage construction Semiramis, but it still turned out amazing. How did I end up drawn into this affair? And for what possible reason would you build a tower designed to lean? I simply do not understand. Well, I'm grateful anyway. This is a very special tower. It's a replica of another one that ended up leaning like this because of a poor foundation. And while I was able to put together some stunningly beautiful blueprints on account of my artistic genius, I couldn't do a thing to bring them to life without the help of a talented architect. Once again, I'm so glad I asked for you to do this. Save your breath. Such projects are child's play for me. Compared to my hanging gardens, this is no more than a sandcastle. I would go so far to say it's insolent for you to be surprised by my success. But as I'm in a generous mood, I shall be kind enough to ignore your lack of decorum. Hey, Zahak! Welcome to the stream. Happy things, and thank you for the raid. It's been a while as well. It has been a while. So again, happy things. Upon closer inspection, I could see how it has a certain distinct air about it. I could even plausibly consider putting such a tower in the most remote corner of my gardens. I heard the tower's done. I've been so curious to see what it's like. Stunned by the tower. I thought we were going to get a more humorous... I thought we were going to get a more humorous response than that. Pardon my tongue getting tied. Wow, that's amazing. It's so tall and ornate and diagonal. Are you sure it's supposed to lean like that? It looks like it could fall over at any moment. Doing good. You have to end early due to an announcer behind you. Oh, are you, an announcer behind you? Were you at, like, a game or something? that there was an announcer directly behind you? Still, that's pretty cool. Well, oh, you live near a school. Gotcha, gotcha. So they were just being extra loud then. I get what you're saying. I get where... I'm picking up what you're laying down, or whatever it is the kids are saying these days. But yeah, it's been a while, man. I'm glad to hear you're doing good. Oh yes, it is. Don't worry. Da Vinci took everything into account when she designed it. It's perfectly safe. Wow, it feels so strange looking up at it. Wow. She's leaning now, too. So the watchtower is done. How'd it turn out? Whoa, it really does lean. It's a little unnerving. Whoa. You're both leaning, too. I did hear some... Something wrong, he's just leaning, too. That's great. Yeah, I did see something on the FGO subreddit about some new collab, but I have no idea who the collab is with. Like, I don't recognize the property itself, the Type Moon property itself, so I really don't have much of an opinion on it, to be honest. Because I don't really know, but good on them for getting another collab, Witch of the Holy Night. That does sound familiar. That does sound familiar. I feel like it's been spoken about to me before. As I am the one responsible for this project, you can rest assured the tower's construction is impeccable. Any potential fault lies with the designer. Now, are you quite certain this can fulfill its intended function? Semiramis, I think you're leaning out to, on second thought, never mind. It's for PS4 and Steam. It's focusing on the Aozaki sisters. Again, that name sounds familiar. Aozaki. Feel like I've heard of them before, as far as the Type Moon stuff is concerned. I don't know why, but I feel like I have. I'm still disappointed that in this event, Amakusa did not come running when we hired him. But, you know, because he and Semiramis, they deserve some, you know, private time together. They deserve a vacation. Of course, it can be a watchtower. It's not just designed to be looked at. Its primary purpose is designed to be looked from. Held dicey from above. They're para-dropping! Oh, we landed at the same time. So it is safe to climb. You know, if we ever have to make a quick escape, having it lean like that does seem like it would help us get down to the ground faster. It's the older sister from the Garden of Stairs. Okay. I might be misremembering this, but isn't the original FSN coming to Steam sometime later this year? I feel like I remember reading something about that. I feel like that's something that's been announced recently, but I cannot recall. Excellent. So my predictions from, like, years ago did come true, which means that when it does come out, I have to purchase it so that I can stream it, because I promised that I would stream the original Fate Stay Night visual novel when it came out on Steam. And I keep my promises, so I will stream it. I will. It's coming to Switch, but not the PS4. That is very weird. You wouldn't think the Switch, like, Nintendo would, as a company, would allow that. Not sure on Tsukihime, honestly. It kind of is dependent, because financially I am a little bit tight for money right now, but I'm not sure on Tsukihime. It's something that I have to look into. So what do you think? Can you stay and watch on this? Abso-positively. We're so close to the sky, we can sunbathe even better now. It's so popular, we've got a line all around the base. I can't say I meant for it to be treated like a tourist attraction, but oh well. At any rate, we still can't let our guard down too much, but it should definitely be easier to defend our territory now. Yeah, alright then. Now that that's taken care of, let's turn our attention to the next air. Uh-oh. What's the weird mist? By the way, out of curiosity, what options did you choose, Zahak, for the first, I think it's only been 3 so far? I went with the pile driver things, the mecha armor, and obviously, the leaning tower. Hang on. Ooh, stretch, 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 stretch. Train, arcade, and Japanese tower. Okay, so arcade. Arcade. I'm not sure what you mean by the arcade. Nor the train, unless the train means katanas. Oh, you must be talking about future developments. Gotcha, gotcha. Please be careful, everyone. You get to build a train. That sounds awesome. Alright. Still no new free quests. Oh, wait, there is a quick free quest right down here. The turtle mine that was hidden. A hidden free quest. If you're too zoomed in, you miss out. This one's 4 and 5 star currency, it looks like. So, switch on over one of you to the 4. Remove that from you and put that on you. There we go. This will do. Let's go. Let's go. That didn't make sense. Let's go. Wahoo! Waha! The Khan are in the loading screen. Foe has been replaced by the Khan. Long live the Khan. Or the Cone. No, it's gotta be Khan because construction, convention. A lot of Khan jokes have been made. But a train that moves on the map. That does sound pretty cool. I'm definitely getting Summer 1 vibes from this event. Definitely, definitely. They are doing better than they did with the piglets. Don't get me wrong, the piglets of Summer 1 were nice, but they did not compare to the initial Summer 1 building phase. This event is definitely capturing that Summer 1 building phase. And it's doing better than the Summer 1 Part 2 building phase with the piglets by having the Khan. And, you know, I've got to give it extra props because it's actually including Aresh in an event. They've even gone from a meta standpoint and said how long it's been since Aresh has been in an event. So, you know, that gets more props from me, honestly speaking. Why did your message on half off on Embers not show? I don't know. I don't have any blocked messages or anything, so that's weird. Yeah, that's weird. Not sure. Lag, maybe? Or, I don't know. I'm running low on AP here. Can I purchase anything? I can purchase another star to stay off. Good, 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 good. And we can purchase a remover. Okay. Section 8, the Manipulative Mist. Section 8 might be the last section we do here, it seems. I've not had the time to get Samurai Remnant myself, unfortunately. School has been too big of a priority for me that I've neglected so many other things. Gaming, streaming. So, yeah. But, you know, might be changing up here soon because I found that streaming is definitely a good release outlet for me, and it's definitely something I should have been doing. That is in the air right now. It's very much in the air right now, sort of thing. essentially there was... One of the things that I have to do for my program is I need to do... Before I can do them in clinicals, I need to do a simulation of certain positionings. And the main professor had surgery, so she was out. So other professors came in to do them, and they are doing things very much differently compared to how they should be done. So there's a lot of contention currently going on with the program right now. So that's all I'm really going to say on the matter. A lot of stress, and yeah. But cons are angry, it looks like. What's going on? Where did this strange mist come from? I think it's drifting from across the sea. Everyone, look! If it does come down to it, essentially what it would be is next year I would have to redo the current course that is having all the contention, and then next summer would be when I could resume, because technically speaking, they won't make me redo the classes that I've already passed. So, yeah. But the professor is going to be coming back, and I know that myself and other students are going to be speaking with them about what happened, so it's just a matter of, can we discuss things with the professor to get what was done overwritten and get another chance. Summer of next year. Yeah. So, I'm hopeful. I'm not going to give up until I'm going to fight until the last man standing, not give up till the fat lady sings, all those kind of motivational phrases. But, yeah. It's in the air, up in contention. Thank you for the wish for good luck. Because I definitely feel like I could need it at times. What could those tremors mean? It's hard to tell for sure given the lack of data, but it looks like some kind of big anomaly is in the works. I will say though that regardless, I am going to be trying to stream more often. Because I streamed on Monday, a pretty decent length stream, I felt so much less stress the following couple days. I didn't realize that, as much as I say I stream for fun and to make the enjoyment of others, how much of a stress relief streaming is for me personally. It's a strange amount of relief I feel of stress just from streaming. So, I am gonna, regardless of what happens, I am gonna start streaming more frequently. I'm gonna try and get back to 3 days of a week streaming. Only reason I didn't do a 3 days a week stream this week is because my dad's birthday was on Wednesday, so, can't really stream on my dad's birthday.
Oh, this is bad. It's happening again. I'm terrified right now. I wonder why. If only someone could wrap me in a gentle embrace right now. Preferably a pretty lady turtle with a slender flippers, or a human with similar proportions.
Also, this elder turtle is so Master Roshi inspired. I got Master Roshi vibes from him early on, and they are just getting stronger and stronger still. I'd like to think he did. The place we went to for his dinner, where he chose, they unfortunately did not cook it. They cooked his steak too long, because both he and I like a good medium rare steak, and his was more medium than rare. So I swapped steaks with him, but even still, he was a little bit disappointed by that, because it was supposed to be a good steakhouse. Have you seen this mist before, Elder? Do you know what it is?
Oh yes, this is, what was it again?
This is getting us nowhere.
I'm sorry. It's hard to remember things clearly when you get to be my age. I feel like I've seen this a number of times, but I can't remember when.
It was recent, and it wasn't just once either. Sorry we're late, everyone. We were keeping the con calm. We have an emergency on our hands. What kind of emergency? I mean, there's nothing wrong with how people like their steaks. I personally prefer mine a little bit bloodier, just because I feel like that gets more juices, but I could eat a medium steak, or even a well-done steak. No problems. I've still got all 4 of my wisdom teeth, so my chewing power is higher than most people's. This mist is the first sign of a water monsters coming here from the outer sea. It's happened several times before. Whenever the fog rolls in from out at sea, new water monsters arrive on the islands. Eat the Khan who are living wherever they arrive, and steal their homes for themselves. It's the same every time. So what you're saying is, we have a brand new audience of water monsters, unlike the ones who've been attacking this island up till now? That's right. From what I could see from the watchtower, this mist is approaching from the north. And the northern coastline is one of the closest to the village. This is very bad. We'll take them out when they make landfall then. Some of them may have already made landfall, but that does seem like it's our only choice. Should we go too? I don't think so. You joining us would just make things riskier. If these monsters have only just arrived, they can't have eaten too many Khan yet. So let's stick with a small team of elites for now. Got it, got it. I'm gonna go with Lam. You never miss an opportunity, do you? What an excellent fan you are. Fine, consider this a backstage pass. Alright then, let's head out as soon as everyone's ready. I do like how both Aresh and Lambda are getting some character development in this one. There.
Frogmen!
I knew it. We've never seen monsters like that before. That means we know nothing about them, including whatever their weakness might be. There's no telling what they might try to pull. Don't take your eyes off them. Gotcha. Roger, Vinci. Roger. We'll go with the Trung sisters here. Switch over to this one. And it does look like this is 4-star currency. Excuse me. So go ahead and equip the 4-star currency around the board. This'll do. Let's roll. Wow, you could have actually gone through the effort to give us actual Frog Monsters game. Come on. Why not just make Frog Monsters? Give us new enemy battle sprites. Please. Ask nicely, so they've got to listen now. Alright, Lam. Time to delete. Hopefully. I don't have all the buffs I'm used to. Did they just make a giant water umbrella hammer spear? The Trung sisters. And again, the coral that looks like steaks. Okay, I was going to say, that doesn't look very northern, but no, that's pretty northern. Alright. And another Bustaka. Does not look like there is any drops in this one. That was a piece of cake. True, but there also weren't very many. I can't imagine this was all of them. Let's take a look around. There may be more nearby. Seems fair. More nearby. There, they're headed inland along what looks like a river. Does that river look strange to anyone else? There are rocks and pieces of wood piled high. Looks like it has been dammed. Who cares about a little thing like that? Let's just take out those water monsters and be done with it. I'm gonna do it. Do it. No, you won't. Nobody's been eaten yet, so you don't have to. Now stand back. Got it. These are definitely the same species we just fought. Let's go take care of them. Let's. Preparing for destruction of enemies. Silent protection. Endurance resistance to all attacks, huh? That's a pretty good resistance. Okay. We're still gonna do our best. Throw the invincibles on Lambda as well, just to be safe. And let's just see how much damage we can inflict. That was nothing for damage. Why did the Buster attacks do so much? Like, the Buster attacks did a couple thousand points of damage. Compare that to the NP. Okay, no battle on this one. Well, what's going on? Get back, sister. These are nothing like the other ones. What in the world is happening? I'm certain they're the same species we fought a moment ago, but I don't understand why they're so much more stronger now. Maybe they're under some kind of conceptual protection now. Or maybe they've met some special condition which somehow makes them stronger. I don't have a clue what that might actually be. Yes, okay. Got it. So someone who got really carried away with her fashion choices just showed up, and she might know what these creatures are. I'm gonna put her on the line now. Anastasia! Excuse you, I absolutely did not get carried away. I was told this latest mission was on a tropical island, or something very close to one. So I just made sure I had my swimsuit on just in case I needed to go. I was also told there were some strange creatures who might make good friends for Vi. I honestly don't know why you didn't call me at the first start. I had so many pranks planned, but I can only do them if I'm there. But I guess this really isn't the time to bring that up. Looking at the data you collected, I think the creature you just ran into is a Vodyanoi. It's a water spirit known throughout Russia and Eastern Europe. What can you tell us about them? There's a lot I could say, but I suppose the most relevant thing right now is that Vodyanoi like to be near sluices and water wheels. I don't remember why that is, I just know that it is. Sluices. Maybe that's it. See the pile of wooden sluices walking off the water over there? Maybe it counts as a sluice. What a shabby excuse for a sluice. It's almost quaint. Looks like a beaver dam to me. Those crab monks get a power boost as long as their question went unanswered. So yeah, these new creatures may be getting some kind of special protection from meeting a certain condition. If it's a conceptual thing, that might actually... The actual quality of the build may not matter too much. Whatever, if the dam is making them stronger, we can just destroy it. Here I go. Axel, Lutz, Loop. And for the finishing touch, Blue, Summer, Palladion. Wow, pretty. Of course it was. You did it. The damn sluice is destroyed. Ah! It worked. Your attacks are hurting them again. Looks like the dam was close enough to a sluice to empower them. Now they're as weak as the first ones we fought. This will be easy now. Let's take care of the stragglers. You do not have to tell me. Hey, keep your spirits out of my personal space. In fact, I keep them out of my sight entirely. Well, that wasn't too hard. Thanks, Anastasia. You really helped us out. Alright, don't be shy about piling on the praise, Master. Why do you not look happy about this, Trong sisters? The mist hasn't gone away. This isn't over. Every time the mist has appeared before, it stayed for a long while. It grows thicker and thinner, and water monsters' attacks have followed like waves shortly after. Question is, when will the next wave come? If we can keep taking them out as soon as they make landfall, great. But if they build up more sluices, that could complicate things. I'll say, we've all seen for ourselves just how strong a nearby sluice can make these new water monsters. So I guess that means we'll need to stop them from building more, destroy them quickly if they do, and prioritize any completed sluices. The new watchtower should help us keep an eye on them. But was it really made to fend off attacks coming from land or other areas? I don't think it'll be enough to repel every attack from the sea. Excuse me. So in the time it takes the Khan to spot new enemies and alert us, and for us to go out to meet them, they may have ample opportunity to build new sluices. Is there anything we could do to prevent that? Good question. As you say, Lambda, I think the time we lose between spotting new enemies and getting to them is our biggest issue. We know that as long as we can stop them from building sluices, they're fairly easy to handle. So what we need is a faster, more flexible way of reaching the coast. I guess some kind of mechanism that would let us change the field of battle. Yeah, we can't leave our main base too lightly guarded either, so ideally, I'd like to come up with a solution that would let us keep it safe while also letting us quickly move out to defend other areas.
We overheard the whole thing.
The original royal we. Still, we are content to sit back and watch these proceedings unfold from on high, as we have no stake in this island's fate ourselves. After all, even should you save this land, it's not about to become part of our empire, correct? Still, having said that, it would bother us to see such a fumbling attempt to imitate our greatness. You are, of course, aware that we are most famous for, yes? While we know that our proper human history counterpart created something similar, it may not be quite like the one we know. If you wish to protect your territory, you only have one option. Allow us to recreate our great feat, just this once. The Great Wall. Correct, you must build it at once. True, I recognize the greatness of that feat as well. Chin Hong. It would certainly give us a better means for moving about as well. But how could we possibly build such a thing here? Well, we do have more calm with us now, thanks to the areas we've reclaimed. If we put them all to work at once, we might be able to make something pretty big, but...
I overheard the whole thing too.
What are you doing here, you shameless Confucianist? Be gone with you. No, my immortal general, one-of-a-kind compatriot, this is a business proposition. Our philosophies may differ vastly, but you are still a world-class engineer, not one bag away from a good engineering conversation. Now then, Master, I hope you'll indulge me in talking about myself for a bit. When I was a child, I worked part-time selling newspaper-bearing articles I wrote. As you can imagine, the paper was astonishingly well received, and... there I go, bragging again. That's not why I'm here. My point is, I sold those papers inside a train. There's something grand about trains, isn't there? All you have to do is set foot on one, and it'll carry you off to faraway places. Trains carry passengers and goods with the greatest of ease. Truly, they are a marvel of modern civilization. And nowadays, perhaps the best part is that they run on electricity. Oh, it could be better. Man, I want to build a train. Now that's a cry of the soul. Train, huh? If that is somewhere to help us out, we might be able to build some kind of tram system. Of course I would help, just leave it to me and I'll take care of everything from the design to the construction. I overheard the whole thing as well. Odysseus. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to startle you. It just seemed like you could use the advice of a good general, so I thought I'd offer my expertise. After all, comprehensive planning is key to a robust strategy, right? The more patterns you can think of, the better. Up until you hit diminishing returns, of course. Anyway, my suggestion is a wooden horse. Huh? But not just any wooden horse. This one would be a highly mobile, so it would be able to reach its assigned destination in no time, and... there I go again, getting ahead of myself. You'll just have to wait to see until it's done to see what else it can do. You have my word that it can serve as the linchpin of your defensive strategy. As long as it helps us defend against more Vodyanoi attacks, I don't care what we use. Why don't you decide the idea with Soul? Preferably quick, so we can start building it as soon as possible. Alright, Soul, give it some thought and let us know what you decide. So we have the Great Wall, a train, or a wooden horse. We can literally only go with the Great Wall. But I am partial to the train, because, Zahak, you convinced me by saying it could move about. And since I do not have the spare AP to go further, I think this is going to be where I call today's stream. We will continue this next time on Monday, where we will continue with this event. Over the weekend, I will be farming my way up this event. So for now, I've been Soul Rack Dragon. I hope you've enjoyed today's stream. If you have, please leave me some feedback in whichever way you so see fit. If you want to check out more by me, be sure to check out my channel here on Twitch or YouTube. Same name, same games. There is plenty of content for you all to enjoy. But once again, thank you so much for coming out. I hope you enjoyed. Have a fantastic evening, everybody.